Oh, okay. All right. We're just going to do this over here. Okay. Okay. All right. We're just going to stick, Streamlabs, you suck. So I'm going to just give up on Streamlabs and just stream on the YouTube. Okay, how's the chat working now? Participant pop-out chat. Let's see if that works. All right. Hey, Craig, what's going on? All right. All right, so I'm going to put this on this screen. And you, Craig, we have some technical difficulties. I'm just gonna send a very strongly worded email to Streamlabs because their product actually sucks. Like, how's the quality? Is it StreamYard? Yeah, I accidentally, foolishly purchased the year-long subscription to Streamlabs, so I'm gonna have to see if I can just get rid of that because clearly it's not working. Last week when I tried it, I streamed only to Facebook. For some reason, it wouldn't let me stream to YouTube. And then just now I was doing it, and again, it wasn't letting me stream to YouTube, just to Facebook. And some of my pals were watching and saying that the quality was very choppy and stuff like that. So, all right. So everything that I just said before, I'm just going to say again and pretend I'm saying it for the first time because I have all these cameras recording right now. And all right. And noted on StreamYard. So yes, I'm going to see if I can cancel my subscription to Streamlabs. All right. So welcome to Lunchtime with AP. It's Live with AP. And today we're talking about Galaxy's Edge and my reinvigorated interest in working on the Millennium Falcon. So this past week I was in Orlando. And I was there for business, and my business ended at around noontime on Tuesday. And all week I was trying to get tickets to Hollywood Studios, and it was just sold out. No availability because of social distancing, because of popularity, etc. And so, I just given it up. And so I was hanging out in my room thinking of what to do on a Tuesday in Orlando in Resort Town. And I was like, I'm just going to check one more time. And I went to the Disney website. I refreshed, and lo and behold, there was availability to go to Hollywood Studios. And I quickly bought my tickets. I hopped into an Uber, and 5 minutes later, I headed on over to Hollywood Studios to go see Galaxy's Edge for the first time in the 2 years that it's been open, year and a half it's been open, whatever it's been. I've only been to Disney once, and it was only Epcot, and I was there again for business. So I've never had a true Disney experience before. So this is the first time I was going as a tourist, no clients around, anything like that. Hollywood Studios is amazing. I can only liken it to a gambling-free Las Vegas, like that level of spectacular. Thanks, Craig. Yeah, I'm going to post a whole bunch more photos over on the Facebook page because those were just a sampling of the cool stuff that we got to see, or I got to see. So I made my way over to Galaxy's Edge. And for those of you who are watching now or watching later and don't know what Galaxy's Edge is, that is Star Wars land. That is the land of Star Wars. And probably, I was actually talking to someone earlier, and he asked me what was my favorite part of the experience. And I tell you what, it was the details. The people who made the experience, the props, the details within the sets, the droids, like all those things, and the way that they were finished and draped or positioned within the park and the experience, it was amazing. Like it's a maker's dream because your eyeballs and brain just start going wild. Like, oh, can I make that? I want to make that. It's so cool. It's so beautiful. Because I was only there for 3 hours, and it was probably the most expensive 3 hours I've ever enjoyed in my entire life. I wasn't able to get into Rise of Resistance, which is like the ride to do when you get to Galaxy's Edge. And that was evident in literally the hundreds of people wrapped around to get into Rise of Resistance. I was able to do the Millennium Falcon ride, or the Millennium Falcon experience. That was only 45 minutes out of my 3-hour time allotment, just spent in line. And that experience was pretty wild too. Like, you are literally walking into the Millennium Falcon, you see the padded walls, you see the lights, you see the holotable in the cargo area. They really went all out. And when you walk into the cockpit, you're seated, and I was the gunner in the experience. There were 2 pilots. There's supposed to be 2 gunners and then 2 engineers, but there's only 1 gunner. It wasn't as cool as it was in Star Wars, where Luke and Han go into the turrets to fire off the cannons. It wasn't that awesome, but you are sitting in the cockpit, and you're at a very strange angle, pressing a button constantly, firing off blasters at incoming TIEs and stuff like that. It was a lot of fun, lots of movement, the VR experience that you're engulfed in. It was great. And my only regret is that I didn't do it 3 other times, but I would have ran out of time in the park. So yeah, it was a lot of just people watching. It was sightseeing on Batuu. They had the life-size X-wings and A-wings, the life-size Millennium Falcon, of course. Again, I'm going to post a bunch of pictures over in the Facebook group for you all to check out. And I would love for you, if you've gone to Galaxy's Edge, to share your pictures and your experiences and tips as well. It was so much fun. I'm going to be back in Orlando, I think, in October, and I might try to finagle a way to get a whole day there. So if I do, there will be even more pictures and more geeking out on that experience. But I highly recommend it if you're able to get in. I guess the trick is the later in the day is when they start releasing availability into the parks. So like I said, at 8 o'clock in the morning, there was 0 availability except for like Epcot. And I didn't want to go to Epcot again. But by 4 o'clock, there was availability. But just know that during the week, it seems the park, or at least Hollywood Studio, closes at 8, which is just mind-blowing to me. I mean, you're the biggest amusement theme park in the galaxy, and you close at 8 o'clock? Why? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? All the money you could be making after 8 o'clock. Anyway, but this has reinvigorated my interest in doing the Falcon. If you're a fan of the channel and the show, you know that I have been working on the DeAgostini Millennium Falcon. Ooh, talking a lot. I need to wet my whistle, excuse me. There we go. Okay. I kind of put the hold on this one because DeAgostini's running into some supply chain issues. And I think I'm up to box 15 at this point, but I haven't received a shipment in months. And I keep on getting notified or not notified, but told by DeAgostini when I reach out to them that, they're going to resume. There's just a supply chain issue or whatever it is. So I kind of have a half Falcon right now. But where I've left off, at least in reality, not in the actual series that I've published, is I'm working on the ramp to the Falcon, which I got to see in real life. so I figured that's what we'll work on today. Anyway, so that was my little workcation. Do any of you all take workcations if you have to go traveling on the road? Do you ever spend an extra day or 2 exploring the territory? Let's see. The lines are huge now due to COVID lifting. You know what? Yeah, that's very true. So on Tuesday, yeah, it was packed. It was really, really packed. Yes. So my friend, the Aussie geocacher who's watching right now, if you're following along in the chat, yes, my geocacher friend, he's been everywhere. You should check out his channel. Click on his name here if you can, the Aussie geocacher. Some beautiful beautiful YouTube videos, and geocaching just seems really interesting. Craig, you and I should talk. Maybe we can collaborate on something. Maybe I could make a geocache that you can then go hide somewhere. Let's talk, my friend. Let's talk. Yes, Tony Cox, you will be in Dallas this October, and I'll be in Orlando. So, maybe after Orlando, maybe I'll go over to Dallas and meet you there. I know we've kind of talked a little bit about that. And what's your the vacation portion of your Dallas trip going to look like? You do anything fun? You going to go to Six Flags and enjoy Six Flags over Texas over there in Dallas? Dallas is fun. I haven't spent too much time. It's quite a sprawling city. I grew up in Maine, but my mother lived in Oklahoma, and so every summer I would fly to Oklahoma, and on a few occasions I would fly into Dallas Fort Worth Airport, and then she would pick me up, and then we would drive the 4 or 5 hours to Oklahoma City. And so some of my childhood memories revolve around time in Dallas, Six Flags, all that fun stuff. Oh yes, Toy Fair in Dallas in October. Maybe I should. Wish I could bail on my October meeting in Orlando and go to Toy Fair and see if they have anything Star Wars related. That'll be fun. All right, so this thing's also covered in dust because it's literally been sitting for like 2 months now, and so I'm like dying of asphyxiation of choking on dust right now. I'm really bummed about Streamlabs. I liked being able to stream to both. I don't know why I'm not able to do that through them, but I'm gonna check StreamYard out. You can't make me a retailer, Mr. Tony Cox. Come on. I can make you a hotelier. Excuse me. All right, so installing the ramp motor, which is, did I do that already? Okay, so we've installed the lights. Is this still filming? Yes, it is. Actually, I'm going to stop and then start up again. So we've installed the ramp lights here. I think that's the last thing I did before moving on to... Oh, so what I was going to do was I was actually going to detail the ramp first before I installed everything, but should I? Is there a thing? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use some Tony. Why say you can't when you can? If Craig can make, if the Aussie geocacher can make me a geocacher, you can make me a retailer. I can go back and work for Victoria's Secret. Then I'd be a retailer. Does that count? Uh-oh. Oh, okay. All right. Well, then, never mind. Are you going to Comic-Con, New York City Comic-Con? Are you verified and all that good stuff? I wonder. So this is just 2000 grit sandpaper, and I kind of want to use it to texturize the ramp here. Can I do that? Well, sure I can. Let's see. We got, this is 15/16 of an inch by 4 by 4.5 inches. So it's 15/16 of an inch. Ooh, okay. I'll have to take a look. credentials for Toy Fair or for Comic-Con? All right, so I have no idea how good or bad this is going to come out. I call it experimenting. Actually, I'm going to do it on the back side. It's so dusty in here. If anyone who's watching this is working on the Falcon, did you do anything to texturize the base? I'd be curious about that. And I probably should just paint it. But I don't want to paint it. I want to do something cool. So 15/16. And then let's draw that. And then Pepper was on the same time as got it. Okay. Well, that's too bad. I'm debating on New York City Comic-Con. I just want an excuse to go to a con. I miss people. Although I'm curious where we're going to be with masks and all that jazz by the time we get to New York City Comic-Con. Okay, that was probably not very straight. Oh, actually, wow. That actually is way better than I thought it would be. So check that out. That's not that bad. And it has a little bit of texture to it. So now I have to, what do I glue this down with? Do I have, I sure do. Spray adhesive. Spray adhesive. Yeah, the same. I don't remember if I mentioned it to you or not, but I was literally the only person in Hollywood studio that didn't work there that was wearing a mask. It was crazy. There was probably maybe 4 people in total out of the thousands of people that were there. I was shocked and awed. We also, the night before, went to this place called Andretti's after Mario, and it's like Dave and Buster's. Not that I think the only Dave and Buster's I ever went to was the Times Square one, but it was like Dave and Buster's with a indoor go-kart track, and a bowling alley. And yes, you were right. And it was awesome. And it was right next to the convention center, Tony. So it probably was there when we were there for Star Wars Celebration back in 2017. No, they were a little strict on that. We tried. And you also can't bumper cart either. So I definitely tried that. Okay, so yeah, it was literally right behind the convention center where we parked our car every day. All right, so this was 4.5 inches. So that just means we have to take a road trip to Florida, Tony. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is so much more fun when I have people to talk to. Normally I'm building these things all by myself. 1, 2, 3, 4.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 number blocks. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 number blocks. And all right, Tony, may the force be with you. Thanks for watching. I'll try to see you tonight. All right. Well, if you're new to the the chat, please say hello. We're currently working on adding some texture to the ramp of the Millennium Falcon, the studio scale Millennium Falcon. Excuse me. I'm like dying here of all the dust. And so what I'm using is 2000 grit sandpaper for that. It's unfortunate that I had to start this stream fresh because I had such great SEO and content in the descriptions that folks building this may have actually watched it, but it's okay. I'm hanging out with my friends, and that's the important thing. All right, so to do this, let's just make sure I'm actually in frame. So when I actually film, this camera here, my cell phone, is actually doing all the close-up shots. So if you watch the previous episodes, that's what's doing that. And oddly, this camera is way better than the really, really expensive or relatively expensive DSLR-ish type of camera up there. All right, so now I have to figure out how to get that in there without making it look like crap. And I think it's going to look like crap. Actually, no, it's going to look okay. All right, so it is officially, school is out for summer up here in New Jersey. What are you all doing for the summer? Are you taking any trips to the Disney? Are you doing anything fun? Are you doing anything normal-ish now that we're kind of getting capacity with vaccinations? Let me know in the chat or in the comments below. I'd love to get some ideas for my family as to what to do this summer. I think we're going to take a trip up to Hershey Park, which is a good, 3 or 4 hours away. Actually, no, it's like 2.5 hours away. Dying. I'm dying. Here we go. You know what's crazy? When I do the edit for this, it's going to be, this whole thing is going to take me like 5 seconds. Such a waste. Such a waste. Oh, hey, Scott. Awesome. Yeah, I've never been. I have a 3.5-year-old and a 1.5-year-old. So we figured it'd be a good day trip over to Hershey Park, or an overnight trip to Hershey Park, and have them, or have the 3.5-year-old do some of the kiddie rides. Just get out of the house and do something fun. Now, Scott, have you been to Galaxy's Edge over there at either of the Disneys? The lodge is really nice to stay in. The water park there is only for people staying at the lodge and isn't too crowded. Good to know. Thanks for the tip. God, I haven't been to a water park in forever. I don't know if you're fresh to the chat or the video, but I lived in Oklahoma for a while, and they had a water park there. I vaguely remember, and I think that was the last time I was at a water park, and I couldn't even tell you what the name of it was, but I think it was in Oklahoma. Water parks are fun. We have the city next to us. They have a community pool that they were redoing right before COVID hit, and this place is off the charts. They have like the giant whirly slides and everything. It's bananas. It's bananas. 2006, yeah, it's changed a little bit. I mean, I'd never been really until this week, and and I was just, my mind was blown at the technology, at the design, at the decor. It was crazy. Okay. All righty. So that's in. But now that I'm looking at that, so I had to cut this little area out here. And I don't like how that came out. That came out like crap. But I think it's mostly going to be covered. Mostly. Yeah, I think it's going to be like that. Oh, awesome. Ohio. I'm in central New Jersey near like Edison, Woodbridge, that area. Excuse me. I'm in Plainfield. It's the name of the town I'm in. Where at in Ohio are you? Why a nice dark gray? Why the dark gray? I need a better system here to access my paints. Black. Okay, hold on. I need to take this thing off. Robbinsville. Okay, Akron. You know, I used to go to Columbus a lot. I used to work for Victoria's Secret and gunmetal. So I used to go to Columbus quite frequently for that. And then I was actually just recently in Cincinnati for the first time for business. And that's a nice little town. I'd never been to Cincinnati before. What do we have here? Neutral. Oh, actually, that's going to be perfect. I don't even know why I have these colors. They're for one project or another. Yeah, Cincinnati was quite lovely. Kind of shut down. I mean, I was there a few weeks back, so it was pretty quiet. So I'm just going to paint this little section here with neutral gray, Tamiya. How do you say it? I say Tamiya. Tamiya XF53. That's what we're going to use today. And I just need a little dab. I love Tamiya paint because they smell like childhood. They smell like a lazy Saturday afternoon opening up a fresh model kit from the craft store. I used to get my kits from the Craft Barn in Ellsworth, Maine. And the best thing was walking in there and seeing the stacks of the old MPC and AMT, excuse me, and Ertel model kits, especially the Star Wars model kits. Right? Oh, it's just, the smell is just brilliant. I love this smell. Even Vallejo, the smell of its like primers and stuff like that, it almost has like a candy scent to it. Yeah, it definitely makes the model building journey fun. A little spot there. Yeah, I tend to only use Tamiya. I like how they go down. Got a little smudge here. There we go. All right, so we're gonna let that mask dry a little bit, and Tamiya dries pretty quickly. Oh, well, welcome back. What kind of kits are you working on right now? You doing Star Wars stuff? Or are you doing ships or planes? And there's so many great YouTube channels out there too for inspiration on this stuff. think like Interstellar Modeler is one of them. That's pretty cool. All right. Ooh, nice. Are you using fiber optics, or are you using just regular LEDs? Nice. I love lighting kits. Lighting kits is an interesting thing because it's a fun process. At least what I've noticed for my kits is, you know, I spend all this time trying to figure out how to light it, where to run the cables, what kind of battery to use, where should I hide the switch, and then you go through that, and it adds hours to the project, and then you light it like twice. Or whenever friends come over, which friends haven't come over in over a year now, at least in my house. So all that work for nothing. I guess you learn a lot too through the process. Yeah, right. I don't know if you saw my live stream 2 weeks ago, but I don't know. Oh, this is gonna be, yeah, this is clogged. But I'm working on actually it's right here. A studio scale TIE fighter, and I'm in the process of lighting his engines right now too, and I'm still trying to figure out what exactly how that's all going to play out. All right, let's see how bad this is, and let's not look directly into the nozzle. Okay. Do not try this at home. Yeah, it's a 1/24 scale TIE fighter. So when it's finished, he'll be this wide, this tall. And I picked him up off of eBay, of all places, for probably too much. It's a miscast, unfortunately. So there was a lot of cleanup. And well, it was either a miscast or a recast, and the guy just lied to me, which is possible. It's eBay. Oh yeah, this Falcon kit, there's a lot of opportunity with the DeAgostini. Now, do you have all of the kits yet, or are you on the subscription plan and are stuck the way a lot of us are? Oh, nice. Okay. So I'm just going to use some. Oh, good. Okay. I think I'm up to, this is issue 39 right now. I think box 15 is what I have sitting over there, or box 14. All right, so I'm just gonna spray a little bit of this on here. Okay. I've sprayed some spray adhesive, and we'll just gently place this down. Oh yeah, that looks great. Oh, I really like this. Okay. Ooh. So unfortunately, I have to keep it clean somehow. Yeah. Maybe wipe a wet rag on here. All right, there we go. So I just used some 2000 grit sandpaper to line my my ramp. That actually looks really good. You bought on eBay. Only $1. Oh, no way. Lost in the post. Yeah, this kit has been interesting because of the shipping issues. and I don't know if you're in the DeAgostini Falcon Builders group over there on Facebook, but everyone's dealing with issues here, which is it stinks because you have half a kit. What are you going to do with half a kit? Maybe we could do a blown up version of the Falcon, the junked version of the Falcon. Okay, so that's done, and then I'll weather that some more later. So now I need to. The pivots are done. The actuators are done. Where do I actually install the ramp? Attaching the ramp. You can now fit the ramp to the subframe. Wait, I never attached the ramp though. I'm missing something. Yes, I am getting some photo etches. I actually have some here. I have the fan blades, the circles on the top, and I have the engine photo etch as well. I picked those up off of eBay. I'm not doing much with the interior. A friend of mine is really going all out on the interior, which is awesome. I'm not though. I'm just gonna keep it to the exterior and just really make that look pretty sweet. Have you picked up any of the photo etches? Green strawberry and stuff like that. Oh, totally. I'm with you on that. Yeah, I cannot wait to see that all lit up. All right. So I need to find issue 38. No. Okay. I'll be right back. I need to find issue 38 because I apparently forgot to do something. Okay. And that is right. Aha. Also, I don't like how in the US version of this, they don't give you binders for everything. It seems kind of silly. They give you the first one. They don't give you the last ones. Okay, so now I need to screw this in with 8 screw. Okay, so I guess it's. Oh, I was looking TIE fighter pieces. I really need to get more organized over here. All right, what's the time? We're at 2:17. We'll go for a few more minutes and then we'll wrap this up. But I just couldn't help myself after coming back from Disney and seeing that beautiful Falcon in real life. It was gorgeous. It was gorgeous, I tell you. Where's my screwdriver? There's my screwdriver. They're from Model Space, but yeah, that's it. I have the engine grills, fan grills, and interior. Oh, nice. Jealous about Galaxy's Edge and seeing the Falcon. Yeah, the only thing I picked up from Model Space, yeah, it was really a good time. If you head on over to, well, I haven't posted them yet, but if you go to the Facebook page, facebook.com/madebyap, I'm going to be posting a photo album of all of the pictures I took. I wish I had taken more. I met up with a friend earlier today, and the idea just came to me. I was like, I can't believe, they have all this merchandise, right? But I'm not into merchandise. I'm not a big fan of the merchandise stuff. But what I am a fan of is all the little details. And the prop makers and the set builders over at Disney, the Imagineers, they did an awesome job building this. And so the stuff I want is the stuff that they made. But they don't sell that stuff, unfortunately. It's very unfortunate. But I wish I had taken some more detailed shots of various things, because then I could just make it. 3D printers and styrene and fiberglass, and you could make anything. It would be cool. We should send a note to Disney. Dear Disney, once a year, just once a year, you should sell some of the props and set pieces from Galaxy's Edge. Can you imagine how much money they would make? I don't know if Scott, you've seen the prop store auction that's going on right now, or even the one that happened back in the fall, where they're like auctioning off legit Star Wars stuff from the films. Some guy, and I'm going to go back and check on this one. Some guy spent $200,000 on the touring suit, Darth Vader suit, the touring Darth Vader suit. So when I think it was Star Wars, when Star Wars came out and they were doing like all the press tours, they had someone dress up as Darth Vader. And so someone spent $200,000 buying that, plus a 25% buyer's premium to the auction house. So they spent $250,000 on a Darth Vader touring outfit. Yeah, I don't either. That's ridiculous. But it does go to show that, you know, people will buy things. If Disney put some of those set pieces on sale, people would buy them. Well, okay, so I have a little bit of an issue here. This does not want to go down. So how do I fix that? It might be okay. We'll test it. I wish I had that kind of cash. You know, I keep on playing the lottery every week. All it takes is $1 and a dream, so you never know. All right, so this is attached. So this is what the landing bay looks like. Probably something like that. Oh yeah, I have a whole list in my head of the stuff that I will accomplish when I win the lottery. Most of it's revolved around buying Skywalker Ranch, but that's a different story. All right, so that's done. Okay, so now I can move on to attaching this bad boy. Oh, ramp motor. Okay, where's the ramp? What issue did I say we're on? 39, there we go. I would love to see Skywalker Ranch. Actually, I have a friend of mine who's, and maybe he'll watch this later, who's there today. I don't know why I didn't ask him. I was too distracted by the fact that a friend of mine just told me that they were going to be at Skywalker Ranch today. Okay. I think it's a perfectly normal thing. All right, so installing the motor. Installing the ramp motor. So we need all kinds of stuff. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is 37, 26, 37. All right, I am going to end the stream because I've gotten to a point where I need to take a break. All right. Well, Scott, thank you for chatting with me this afternoon, and for everyone else who popped in to say hello or watch. Even if you didn't chat, that's awesome. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Live with AP. Don't forget to check back every Friday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time when I take my lunch break and work on something and chat with you all. Thanks, Scott. I appreciate that. All right, folks. We'll see you next week. Thanks for watching. Take care.